Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Tuesday, the 6th of August. Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill tabled in lower house of Indian Parliament. US peace envoy says made excellent progress in talks with Taliban. And Bangladesh grapples with worst dengue outbreak. Now for all the details, India's Interior Minister Amit Shah on Tuesday introduced the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill 2019 in the lower house of the Parliament. The upper house had on Monday adopted resolutions to scrap Article 370 that granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir.
India's Interior Minister Amit Shah on Tuesday introduced the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill 2019 in the lower house of the Indian Parliament. Shah, while introducing the bill, said that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India, therefore, Indian Parliament is competent to make laws for the province. Replying to questions from lawmakers, Shah said that whenever he mentions Jammu and Kashmir, it includes Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Aksai Chin also.
जम्मू कश्मीर के संविधान में भी इसकी स्पष्टता है. The state of Jammu Kashmir is and shall be an integral part of the Union of India. ये जम्मू कश्मीर के संविधान ने भी स्पष्टता के साथ स्वीकार किया है. इसलिए जहां तक जम्मू एंड कश्मीर का सवाल है, हमें कोई भी कानून बनाने के लिए या कोई भी संकल्प लेकर आने के लिए कोई नहीं रोक सकता. इस देश की संसद को संपूर्ण अधिकार है.
The upper house of the parliament on Monday adopted resolutions to scrap Article 370 and Article 35A in Jammu and Kashmir. The House passed the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill 2019 by voice vote. Article 370 of the Constitution granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir and barred people from the rest of the country to buy property there. Meanwhile, security has been beefed up in the province to prevent any untoward incident. The government continues to impose curfew in several parts of Jammu and Kashmir.
Moving on, prominent Muhajir leader Nadeem Nusrat called on Monday for the creation of an autonomous Greater Karachi within Pakistan, soon after India moved to end Jammu and Kashmir's status. He said Pakistan has no moral ground to speak on behalf of Kashmiris if it is depriving its own citizens of their fundamental human rights.
Nadeem Nusrat, the chairman of Voice of Karachi, a US-based advocacy group for the rights of Muhajirs, called on Monday for the creation of an autonomous Greater Karachi within Pakistan. The demand came in soon after India moved to end Jammu and Kashmir's special status. Nusrat, who is in self-exile in the US, said Pakistan has no moral ground to plead the case of Kashmiris if it is depriving its own citizens of their fundamental human rights. He cautioned that while Pakistan demands rights to a referendum in Kashmir, is it willing to grant the same right to its own disgruntled ethnic minorities?
If Pakistan cannot provide justice to its own citizen, it doesn't have the moral high ground to actually raise the issue of anyone. Forget about just Kashmir, every other issue. So it is very important Pakistan to demonstrate practically through tangible actions that people living in Pakistan are the rightful citizens of Pakistan. Muhajirs, whose forefathers created Pakistan, they have been facing discrimination.
Nusrat said it has been well over 70 years, but Muhajirs, the Urdu-speaking immigrants who left India during partition in 1947 and settled in Pakistan, have still not been accepted worthy of equal rights. Muhajirs have long claimed to have been suffering discrimination and even human rights violations at the hands of a nation which they say does not accept them as their own.
US envoy Zalmay Khalilzad, who is facilitating Afghan peace talks, has said that he has made excellent progress in his talks with the Taliban in Doha over the last few days.
U.S. Special Representatives for Afghanistan Reconciliation Zalmay Khalilzad said that he has made excellent progress in his talks with the Taliban in Doha over the last few days. He made the announcement in a tweet on Monday in which he said that he had also built excellent progress in Kabul last week. Khalilzad said his team and Taliban representatives will continue to discuss technical details required for implementation of the four-part agreement they have been working on. The U.S. envoy said that in his talks with the Taliban in Qatar, he has focused on the remaining issues in completing a potential deal with the Taliban that would allow for a conditions-based troop withdrawal. This comes as the Afghan Foreign Ministry says that a major progress has been achieved in the ongoing talks between the U.S. and Taliban negotiators in Doha, and that a potential agreement between the two sides will lead to intra-Afghan negotiations.
NATO's Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said on Tuesday that there was a real chance for peace in Afghanistan. He said that NATO strongly supports all ongoing efforts to achieve a negotiated political solution in Afghanistan.
NATO's Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said on Tuesday that there was a real chance for peace in Afghanistan as US-Taliban peace talks continue in Qatar. Speaking at a joint news conference with New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern in Wellington, Stoltenberg added that NATO would not stay longer in Afghanistan than necessary. The NATO chief said that they are closer to a peace deal than ever before, and NATO strongly supports all efforts to achieve a negotiated political solution in Afghanistan.
We will not stay longer in Afghanistan than necessary. But the thing is that we have to make sure that the gains we have made, both when it comes to making sure that Afghanistan doesn't once again become a safe haven for international terrorists, which is actually important for our security, and the gains we have made when it comes to social progress, not least the role of women, are preserved. And that's what we now are focusing on in the peace negotiations.
Both the leaders also discussed New Zealand's role in countering terrorism and in NATO's training mission in Afghanistan. Stoltenberg was scheduled to visit Australia later in the day.
In news from Bangladesh, dengue fever in Bangladesh claimed 3 more lives on Tuesday as more than 25,000 people have been infected since last month. As per latest reports, more than 2,000 patients have been admitted to different hospitals across the country due to the dengue fever in the past 48 hours.
3 more people died of dengue fever in 3 districts of Bangladesh, adding more to the death toll of over a dozen people on Tuesday, local media reported. According to the latest data provided by Directorate General of Health Services or DGHS, a total of 2,065 patients have been admitted to different hospitals countrywide due to dengue fever between Sunday and Monday. A total of 18 dengue patients have died across Bangladesh till date as per DGHS. Since January 1 till August 5, a total of 27,437 people have been affected by dengue. Dengue is a mosquito-borne viral infection causing a severe flu-like illness. Dengue fever is a painful, debilitating mosquito-borne disease. The first case of dengue in Bangladesh was reported in the year 2000, and some 100 people died from the disease from 2000 to 2003.
Eid al-Adha, the festival of sacrifice, will be celebrated from August 12 in Pakistan this year. Ahead of the festival, every year a small collection of cows and oxen are lowered by crane from rooftops in Pakistan's Karachi city to the delight of a curious and cheering crowd.
Every year ahead of Eid al-Adha or the festival of sacrifice, a small collection of cows and oxen are lowered by crane from rooftop in the congested Nazimabad neighborhood of Pakistan's Karachi city to the delight of a curious and cheering crowd. This year, 5 oxen and 1 cow took the journey ahead of the religious festival. The onlookers scattered below and on neighboring rooftops strained their necks to watch the spectacle as an ox weighing more than 1,102 pounds dangled in the air over a narrow alleyway in Karachi.
मेरे को लोगों से पता लगा था कि यहाँ पे जानवर पलते हैं तो मैं देखने के लिए आया था और मेरे को देख के बहुत खुशी हुई तो बहुत ही मज़ा आया कि यहाँ पे क्राउड जिस तरीके से खड़ी हुई थी, किस तरीके से जानवर उतर रहे थे, बहुत देख के मज़ा आया.
In Pakistan, it is generally acceptable for people to keep sacrificial animals outside their houses for a few days before Eid, marking the willingness of Ibrahim or Abraham to sacrifice his son on God's command. Muslims around the world celebrate the Eid by slaughtering animals such as cattle and goats. The 3-day festival of Eid al-Adha will be celebrated from August 12 in Pakistan this year.
Apple farmers in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province are reaping good profits from both new and traditional varieties of apples in the backdrop of increased demand in the market this year. The farmers said with the traditional varieties of apple, they aim to beat the demand of international apples this season.
Apple farmers in Shimla in India's Himachal Pradesh province are earning good profits from different varieties of apple in the backdrop of increased demand in the market this year. Farmers in the hill town are getting around $35 to $56 for a 55-pound box of apples. The varieties in Shimla's local Delhi apple market include Spur, Scarlet 2, Red Chief and Royal Delicious, which are beating the international varieties of apple.
नहीं, हमारा हिमाचल का बहुत अच्छा सेव कर रहा है. जो हमारे स्वर बिक रहा है यहाँ पे 3,000-3,500 रुपये बिक रहा है. जो रॉयल है, रॉयल बेस 3,000 रुपये, 2,500 रुपये, 2,900 रुपये बिक रहा है. और जो रेड गोल्डन है, रेड गोल्डन 14-1500 की मार्केट चली. हम बागबान बहुत खुश है कि मार्केट बहुत अच्छी चली है यहाँ पे.
ये इंटरनेशनल सेब को बीट करने का हमारा कुछ अपना लक्ष्य भी है. उस हिसाब से हम खेती कर रहे हैं, नए फार्मूले यूज़ कर रहे हैं. अधिक से अधिक हम ऑर्गेनिक टाइप में जा रहे हैं, इससे हमारा क्वालिटी भी आ रहा है.
Apple cultivation occupies 50% of India's Himachal Pradesh province fruit groves. The apple growers from rural Shimla, Kinnaur district and Mandi and Kullu towns bring the apples to Shimla district, considered as apple ball of the province.
A farmer in India's northeastern Manipur province has been contributing a large percentage to the province's fish requirements every year through his farm, which he started in 2008. He nurtures fish varieties including rohu, silver carp and other indigenous fishes in his 3-acre fishery pond.
A man in India's northeastern Manipur province is contributing a large percentage to the province's fish requirements by producing varieties of fish every year. 49-year-old Khongthaujam Lakachandra Singh, who is one of the most successful fish farmers in Manipur today, used to cultivate paddy and vegetables for livelihood before taking up fish farming. Lakachandra, in search of better income sources, leased a pond at his paddy field to take up fish farming, which is now a successful running fish farm in Bishnupur district.
Scholars advice darkar laibra na saisana khanje ai maksu ji ai sai mamang de panjagre ai ahanba guru akoi senior scientist ICR madam basuda gi makha dagi ai si sum yoksarak pane na hajagre moi makki technology yarom daga de ai ngasi lepiba ai ngasi uri bi uram da bu ya na khale ahan bada farmer jing na tobi ga do bi tangai phadna khangba amasi darkar le khangba ji kaino ai da ga di akoi technology bu phajana mutana khangaba research scholars advice.
The climatic conditions of Manipur is very present to this aquaculture, and a lot of water area are wasted and without using any kind. So those areas that unsuitable for agriculture, that we can take up for this such aquaculture system.
Earning a profit of nearly $20,000 to $23,000 every fishing season, Lakachandra has been able to support his family comfortably. He has also been able to generate employment for other people by engaging them in management of his farm.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/Asia Newsline and follow us on Twitter @Asia Newsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.